What brings you to Space Tech Expo?
Well, it's a local conference that is concentrating specifically on what I consider the lower first and then second and third tier vendors that all support all the hardware that goes into space. So from that standpoint, it's an outstanding place to both see the latest companies doing technology, as well as from a student-based organization to bring students here to introduce them to truly what they're going to be using when they get out.
Okay. And do you find that students actually come along and visit you here as well to see if they want to attend the university or the college?
Two things. One is that if I have students working for the summer or that are at USC or other universities, I invite them to come because it's a great opportunity for them to see. And then we also do have some students or prospective students that would like to sort of understand what space means and sort of the real bits and pieces that go into spacecraft. And so they do come to this to get introduced to it. So it's a sort of a free advertising for a university for STEM for space, which is cool. So.
What trends or technologies do you think we'll see in the next few years?
Yeah, so the big one over the last, let's say 5 years is miniaturization. That's going to continue to go forward, and that's lent itself to the small satellite revolution that everybody talks about, right? The next major trend, though, I truly believe is going to be to take the small and potentially put them together to make a larger aggregate. Because physics is physics, unfortunately, so you can only get by with so much in terms of the size, so you need to have larger size optics or larger size antennas to equate to what we typically do on the large scale spacecraft. So I think that's the aggregation of the small to eventually scale up, I think, is going to come into being.
What new connections or partnerships are you hoping to make here at the show?
Well, so the big one as a university sort of entity is, can we find companies that might either want to provide some technologies that we can use in the laboratory, that we can potentially demonstrate in a higher risk environment for going to space, that they could then show that they've actually been into space. So that really helps them. So from my standpoint, I'm looking for sort of any and all companies that are interested in combining with what we do. The other thing is, honestly, we offer them a target-rich environment for really new students, right? So it's great to potentially have them introduced to what we do. They see the quality and the skill levels of the students for potential, obviously, jobs in the future.